As 2015 comes to a close, never have I seen so many whiny ass bitches who are offended by everything in this country, namely the flag behind me and on my shirt. You people are some of the smallest, pettiest pieces of trash ever in the country. What does a flag have to do with your personal well being? What does it have to do with the safety of you or your family? Why do you make something that doesn't affect your personal life such a big issue? Some jackass goes and shoots up a church of 9 people, kills 9 people, and it becomes a big to do. He had the rebel flag behind me and he had the American flag. So why do we take our anger out on one flag and not the other? But Muslims shoot up 5 Marines. Those 5 Marines die. These are veterans who are protecting our so-called freedom, and none of you assholes do anything. It's not big news. Nobody goes after the Muslims. Nobody takes down Muslims. Nobody raids any mosques. Nobody bans Muslim anything. In fact, you idiots are allowing Muslims to come into this country. You go after the Southern people because you think you can push them around, but you don't go after the Muslims. You all must be scared of them because not one of you have gone after Muslims. But you liberal-minded jackasses will go after the good Southern people, people who aren't racist, people who haven't affected your home or your way of living, but you go after them because you think you can. Well, let me tell you, dumbasses, something. Those Southern people wouldn't call you the N word, they wouldn't bother you. If you were to meet them, they would probably invite you into their home and have dinner. But no, we want to attack the Southern way of life. We want to take down Confederate monuments. We want to take down Confederate battle flags. And I want to address the South Carolina governor. You are a disgrace to your ancestors. You are a disgrace to the Southern people everywhere. You are a disgrace to all of South Carolina. To Robert Bentley, who took down Confederate monuments and Confederate battle flags. You are a disgrace to all the people of Alabama, and you are a disgrace to your Confederate ancestors who fought for your freedom. When you take a look back at history, these Southern people wasn't fighting to keep slavery. Slavery existed on both sides, the North and the South. The North had slavery in the border states, Kentucky, Missouri, Delaware, and Maryland. When you look at the United States Capitol building, who do you think built that? Maryland was a slave state owned by the United States. That's where Washington is. Washington employed the use of thousands of slaves in order to build the Capitol building. But we want to put slavery on just the South? How backwards are you people? After the Civil War, slavery was still around. U.S. Grant, 18th president, had slavery in his cabinet. But we want to put slavery all off on the South. I think it's backwards and it's dumb. When you look at this flag, you don't really know what you're looking at. You think you're looking at racism. But it's heritage, not hate. And one other thing I want to um, put out there is that this flag never stood for racism. It never stood for hanging up black people. The Ku Klux Klan stole this flag in 1964 when the government rolled out the Civil Rights Act. At that point, they felt betrayed by their own government in their own country. So they picked up this red, white, and blue in defiance of the Civil Rights Act. And that's really where that started. But if you look at the March on Washington in 1922, a picture of that, you will not see that the rebel flag anywhere. You will see the American flag. Okay. If you people think that taking down the flag and Confederate monuments is going to erase history, you're wrong. It's not going to erase what happened so many odd years ago. So think about that. These people were fighting to get away from the government structure that we have today. That's what they were fighting to get away from. Okay, now when you look at the government, they don't have it all together. They don't have a piece together, and they're steadily taking away you all's rights. And this whole black and white thing is something that they created as a ruse to get you guys distracted while they take away more of your rights each and every day. Think about that.